നമ്മൾ നോക്കാൻ പോകുന്നത് ദ ഹവർ ഓഫ് ട്രൂത്ത് എന്ന് പറയുന്ന ചാപ്റ്ററിൻ്റെ ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസും ആക്ടിവിറ്റീസും ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ ചാപ്റ്ററിലേക്ക് കിടക്കുന്നതിന് മുമ്പ് ഈ വീഡിയോ കണ്ടിട്ട് ആരെങ്കിലും സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്യുന്നുണ്ടെങ്കിൽ ദയവായി സബ്സ്ക്രൈബ് ചെയ്ത് സപ്പോർട്ട് ചെയ്യുക. അപ്പോൾ നമുക്ക് ക്വസ്റ്റ്യൻസിലേക്ക് നോക്കാം. First question, why was Mr. Grisham arrested? Mr. Grisham was arrested because he misappropriated the money of the bank. Question 2, why didn't Baldwin explain his position to the papers? Baldwin did not explain his position to the papers because he did not think it was necessary to tell them. Question 3, what was the change in the attitude of the members of the family when they came to know the amount of the bribe? The amount of the bribe was huge, $100,000. When the family members came to know the amount was a huge one, they were all looking for excuse to make Baldwin do as Grisham wanted him to do. So far they were all honest people, but when the big temptation came, they were willing to compromise their principles. Question 4, how did Baldwin react to the opinion of his family? He told them that by accepting the bribe, he would be doing a dishonorable thing. Even if outsiders may not know about it, the four of them will know. And once a dishonorable thing is done, how can they be sure that they will be honest with each other? If he takes the money, he will be sham, a liar, a hypocrite, and a thief. If he does a bad act, it will sting to the Almighty heaven. Question 5, was Baldwin disloyal to Mr. Grisham? Quote the relevant sentence to support your answer. He was not disloyal to Mr. Grisham. Supporting somebody in misdeed is not part of loyalty. Baldwin told Grisham he would not lie. Grisham was not surprised. He know me for 35 years, and well, anybody who knows me for 35 years does not expect me to haggle with my conscience. Baldwin further says he is desperate. He does not know what he is doing, or he wouldn't have offered the money. That is activity 1. Another question number 1 ആണ്. Pick out the striking dialogues of the play as the samples given below and try to deliver them in front of the whole class. Now write down the implied meaning of the dialogues in the column. First in the answer. Your father will do his duty, John, no matter what comes of it. Martha, she says her husband Baldwin is an upright man. Second, people have been saying things. John, he means the unpleasant news about Baldwin's suspected route in the misappropriation of money. Third, but you let your name rest under a cloud. Meanwhile, Martha, she's telling Baldwin that that by not telling what happened, he's letting others suspect him. Fourth, I will go to my grave clean. Baldwin, he says he wants to die without committing any sin knowingly. Fifth, it is going to be a nasty mess if they put John Grisham in jail. John, it will be very bad if they send John Grisham to jail because he has the same name. 6. Grisham had a prettier name for it. Baldwin, when Grisham offered $100,000, he did not call it bribe, but he said he was paying that much because he had been underpaying Baldwin for so many years. 7. We have seen our soul naked, and they stink to Almighty heaven. Baldwin, by asking him to accept the bribe, they are showing their true colors, on God will not like it as it's a sin. Activity 2. Another question number 2 answers നോക്കാം. The play opens very beautifully with a fine description of the weather, which is hot and sultry. We see the Baldwin family anxiously waiting for the return of its head. It obviously shows there is something trouble. Martha, Evie, and John are worried why Baldwin had not returned home. Though through this opening, the readers are made ready to receive some bad news that will bring in suspense and mystery. The play ends settling all the questions that were raised in the beginning, and through the events of the story, the good man is rewarded. Marshall, the president of the Third National, a huge prestigious bank, comes with an offer of a good position for Baldwin. Baldwin feels happy, and he does not have evidence against his friend Grisham, as he has confessed his guilt. There is all-round happiness. With his new job, the Baldwin family can have better days. Honesty is the best policy. Activity 3 ഒരു ക്യാരക്ടർ സെർച്ച് ആണ്. ഇപ്പോൾ ബാൽവിൻ്റെ ക്യാരക്ടർ സ്കെച്ച് ആണ്. Robert Baldwin is the protagonist of this play. He lives in a trim little cottage with his wife Martha and his son John and daughter Evie. He is working as the governor of the bank owned by John Grisham. His salary is very low, $60 a week. His son John earns only $30 a week. With this limited income, they live reasonably happily. Suddenly, there is a problem in their lives. John Grisham has misappropriated bank money and he is in jail. The bank is closed and Baldwin will have no job. Only Baldwin is a witness for the misappropriation. If he gives his true testimony, John Grisham will definitely go to jail for a long period. Baldwin is honest and he has taught his family the importance of honesty. When Baldwin returns home after the arrest of John Grisham, his wife and children rush to him to know the latest news. Initially, his wife and the children tell him that he should say the truth during the trial, even if it means jail term of Grisham. But when they come to know that Grisham has offered him a bribe of $100,000 just to say, I don't remember, when some incriminating questions are asked in the court, they change their stance. They try to find out all kind of loopholes to make Baldwin accept the bribe. Martha, John and Evie do their best to make Baldwin change his mind, but he asserts that he wants to go to the grave clean. He does love Grisham. He even named his son after him. Even now he remembers how he worked with him for so long. They were boys together. They worked side by side. All this is true, but he is not willing to tell a lie to save his friend and employer, even when he offered a colossal sum of $100,000. Baldwin's honesty is repaid abundantly. Even Grisham is proud of him and he recommends him to Mr. Grisham Marshall, the president of the Third National. At the end of the play, we see Marshall coming to the house of Baldwin and offering him a job at the Third International. We see Baldwin crying in the end. He must have been crying for two reasons. His friend Grisham has confessed his guilt and he will surely be punished. Secondly, he is shedding tears of joy in gratitude to God, who has amply repaid his honesty. Honestly, Baldwin proves beyond an iota of doubt is the best policy. Activity 4 ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഡിസ്കഷൻ ആണ്. അപ്പോൾ കറപ്ഷനെ പറ്റിയാണ്. Answers: insincerity, extravagant family, lack of commitment to society, greed, insatiable love for worldly pleasures, thinking that one will live forever, lack of faith in the afterlife, immorality. Question 5. What are the evil effects of corruption? Service are not provided in time, prevents or blocks development, inequality in society, poverty, disease and ignorance can be eradicated, makes people lazy as they look for shortcuts to make money, diligence and hard work are not valued, brings immorality in the society, values are thrown to the wind, money becomes God. Make a group discussion on the topic. Corruption curtails the development of the country. Use the above ideas to conduct a fine group discussion. അപ്പോൾ ഇതൊക്കെ വെച്ച് ഒരു ഗ്രൂപ്പ് ഡിസ്കഷൻ നടത്താനുള്ള ടോപ്പിക്സ് ആണ് പറഞ്ഞത്. ആക്ടിവിറ്റി 5. ഇപ്പോൾ ഒരു സ്ക്രിപ്റ്റിന് പോലെ അതിന് മെയിൻ ക്യാരക്ടേഴ്സൊക്കെയാണ് നമ്മൾ പറയുന്നത്. So Baldwin is the protagonist of the play. He is a family man who values honesty before anything else. Even a $100,000 bribe for just saying I don't remember can't buy him. In spite of pressures from his wife, son and daughter, he sticks to his principle. He wants to go to his grave clean, an exceptional man. Martha is the wife of Baldwin. She is proud of her honest husband, but the bribe of $100,000 to her husband makes her ready to give up her principles. She looks for loopholes to take the money without any guilty feeling. She is a worldly woman who can't resist the twinkle of the money. See, John is the 27-year-old son of Balvin and Martha. He earns just $30 a week. Initially, he supports the truth, but the lure of money makes him forget his morals. Telling a simple lie for $100,000 is not a sin. Evie is the daughter of Balvin and Martha. She is proud of her honest father and loves him dearly. She wants him to stick to the truth, but on hearing about the offer of $100,000 for a small lie, her morality is shaken to the roots. Normal for a young girl from a not so rich family. At activity 6, question number 7 ആണ് അതിനകത്ത് fill in the blanks. Started, built, wasn't selling, occupied, read, was waiting, noticed, was playing, was approaching, ran, grabbed, offered, left, went. At the B, Shagar was now with Sanadu, a government publication. He joined it a year ago. Since then, he was been publishing articles on various subjects. Next week, he will write on importance of being honest in public life. I reached the school a little late in the morning. My friend was waiting for me there. He said that he had been waiting there for half an hour. Third, yesterday they went home only after they had finished their work. But today they just decided that they would not work after 5 o'clock. അടുത്ത റിപ്പോർട്ടർ സ്പീച്ച് ആണ്. നമുക്ക് ആൻസേഴ്സ് നോക്കാം. ടോണി ആസ്ക്ഡ് ഫെലിക്സ് whether he has worried. Felix laughed it off, saying he wasn't. He thought it would be better if they split right there. After the fight, they could get together again as if nothing had ever happened. Then answers നോക്കാം. I was walking down the road the other day when a man stopped me and asked the way to the nearest post office. I told him to take the first turning to the left and keep straight till he reaches the main road, where he could see the post office facing him on the opposite side of the road. He asked me how far it was, and I told him it was about half a mile at the most. He thanked me and walked off. അടുത്ത പാസേജ് ഫില്ല് ചെയ്യാനാണ്. അതിൻ്റെ ആൻസേഴ്സ് ഇവിടെ കൊടുത്തിട്ടുണ്ട്. അടുത്ത് ന്യൂസ് പേപ്പർ റിപ്പോർട്ട്, അതിൻ്റെ ആക്ടിവിറ്റിയാണ്. Daring raid at local hotel. The manager of the Ridgeway Hotel was held at gunpoint by thieves last night during the daring raid, in which nearly ₹50,000 was taken from the hotel safe. Several of the bedrooms also were broken into and articles of value were removed. The thieves made their escape through the kitchen, where several pieces of equipment were damaged. The chef was injured when he tried to stop them, and he was left lying unconscious on the floor. The thieves were arrested early this morning. At activity 8, question number 10 and answers. അപ്പോൾ ഇതാണ് നമ്മുടെ ചാപ്റ്റർ. താങ്ക് യു.